Today we're going to look at Unit 8, Section 4. We're going to talk about equations of circles. The equation of a circle is actually really easy. The formula is a squared plus y squared equals r squared. Where you should note, r is referring to the radius of the circle. We're going to be graphing these all on the coordinate plane. So, let's graph this. Right now, it's just x squared and y squared. That is referring to the x and y coordinates. When it's x squared, it's just 0. Y squared is 0. 25 is the radius, so r squared is 25. So the radius is the square root of 25, which is 5. So the center of our circle is the origin. And as a radius of 5, I find it easy to just graph 4 points. 5 over, 5 up, 5 back, 5 down, and there is my circle. Based on my equation. Let's find the equation of this circle. The center is here. The radius is 6. Notice how it goes forward 6, back 6, up 6, down 6. So the equation, the origin is 0, 0, with a radius of 6. So the equation, x squared plus y squared equals r squared. 6 squared, 36. Well, what if the circle isn't on the origin? So our equation is just a little bit more complicated. X minus the x coordinate, all of that squared. Y minus the y coordinate squared equals the radius squared. So note one thing, if your origin was say 5, negative 3, our formula would be x minus 5 squared plus y, notice as in minus y coordinate, so minus a negative 3 is y plus 3 squared. So let's look at an example. X squared plus y minus 3 squared equals 4. Notice x is by itself, so it's 0. Y minus 3. Remember, it's minus the coordinate, so the coordinate is actually positive 3. The radius, that's r squared, so the square root of 4 is 2. So let's graph this. 0, negative 3. 0, positive 3. 0, positive 3. That's the center. Again, I like to go 4 coordinates. Over 2, up 2, back 2, down 2. And there is my circle. Let's graph another example. X plus 2, remember it's minus the coordinate, so this is really minus 2. Y is by itself, so 0. The radius squared is 1. Well, the square root of 1 is just 1. So let's graph this. Negative 2 zeros right there. That's the center of our circle. The radius is 1, over 1, up 1, back 1, down 1. So you have a little circle right there. Let's do another. Here, notice I'm not on 0 for my x or y coordinate. It's my origin. Here's an x minus 4, so it's a positive 4. Plus 2, so negative 2. radius, r squared is 9, so the radius is the square root of 9, which is 3. So our radius is 3. So let's plot the origin, and then use the radius. Over 4, down 2. Over 3, up 3, back 3, down 3. And there's our circle. Now let's figure out the equation of the circle given a circle on the graph. Now we're going to have to extrapolate where the center of the circle is. Now, just from eyeballing it, looks like the center's there. We can prove that's the center using the radius. Over 3, over 3, up 3, down 3. So the origin is 4, 3, look, over 4, up 3. The radius is 3. So our equation, x minus 4 squared plus y minus 3 squared equals the radius squared, so 3 squared, 9. That's the equation of our circle. Let's do another one. Again, we're going to eyeball where the center is. Looks like the center is here. Now, I can prove that I'm right by finding the radius. Over 6, let's see, up 6, back 6, down 6. If any of these were different, I would not be at the center. So our center is -3, 2. And our radius was 6. So let's plug it into the equation. X minus the x coordinate minus the negative is +3 squared. Y minus 2 squared equals the radius squared, so 6 squared, 36. Now, we can do all of this also given a lot of other data like the origin, the radius, the origin diameter. We keep going. So let's just fill these out real quick. Origin is 0, 0. So x squared plus y squared. 4 squared, because it's radius squared, 16. Origin, diameter. So since you got the diameter, you got to figure out the radius. Radius is half the diameter, so the radius is 3. X squared plus y squared equals radius squared, 9. Here's our coordinates. First center, x minus 3 squared plus y plus 2 squared equals the radius squared. 10 squared is 100. Let's do this one. X plus 3 squared plus, I'm just going to write y squared because it's 0, equals the radius 3 squared, 9. Again, we have the diameter, so what's the radius? Radius is half of that, 4. X, notice it's minus 2, so minus the negative is plus, squared plus y minus 5 squared. Radius is 4, 4 squared, 16. 6, 4, circumference. Remember, circumference is 2 pi r. So 8 pi equals 2 pi r. Pi's disappear, divide by 2, and you get the radius is 4. So plug in the center. X minus 6 squared. Y minus 4 squared. The radius is 4. 4 squared is 16. Let's look at another demonstration. we can still find the equation of a circle when we're given 2 points that we know make up the diameter. So, somewhere here is the center of our circle. How do we find the center of a circle given 2 points that are on the circle that create the diameter? Think midpoint. Midpoint. Remember midpoint? x1 plus x2 divided by 2. y1 plus y2 divided by 2. Negative 3 plus 3 is 0 divided by 2. Negative 4 plus 4, 0 divided by 2. And we get our origin is 0, 0. So that tells us that we have x squared plus y squared equals the radius squared. Well, I don't know what the radius is yet. Well, here's my new center, right there. I can find the radius using Pythagorean theorem. Look at this. That's over 3, 4. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. 3 squared plus 4 squared equals c squared. 9 plus 16, that's 25. So c is the square root of 25. Square root of 25 is 5. So the radius is 5. Remember, it's x squared plus y squared equals radius squared. So 5 squared is 25. And there we go. That's the notes covering Unit 8, Section 4, equation of a circle.